this is Raul from Cosplay fame.
You're not. You're not Raul from Cosplay fame. I know Raul from Cosplay. Silence your cell phone, Henry.
That was actually my phone. Hey, everyone. This is Diana from Cosplay fame. Today, I am joined by...
Raul.
And...
Henry.
Alrighty, guys. So, we are...
Is this the first podcast the three of us together have done?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Oh, my God. It's a Christmas miracle, if you will.
I think it's been like 4 years in the making, but we're here.
Yep.
And we're proud and loud.
Yes.
So Henry has a little disclaimer he would like to. If things get a little cray-cray, it's because we are mobile today, ladies and gentlemen. We are currently driving.
Yes, and I want to go on record by saying I'm a paramedic and I do not condone this action.
A little louder for the kids in the back.
The one who's driving is keeping it safe, and I'm not monitoring the podcast that much.
And I finally got him to put his seatbelt on.
I think it's the wrong way.
So, Raul, Henry, where exactly...
The wrong way says do not enter. Okay. We are...
Excuse me. Where are we driving from?
We're driving from the Marriott World Center from, I would say... And I will venture and I'll ask Henry and Diana, probably the second best Orlando Con experience we've ever had being Holiday Matsuri. Guys, how do you feel? I'm not the host, you're the host.
Henry, how do you feel?
Definitely high on the cosplay side of things. I mean...
How many cons has this been now for you, Henry?
4.
Okay.
Whoa, wait, but in total or different cons that I've been to?
Let's just say in total.
In total?
Because
no,
you could go to the same convention and it'd be a very different
I
experience.
think I'm at the 8 or 9 mark, something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, something to that nature.
All right, so it's safe to say you have some things to compare it to.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so Raul, what makes you feel the way that you feel today?
Honestly, guys, so me and Henry went Saturday and Sunday. Dee came with us today on Sunday because she has a busy life. Of course, she's a college graduate, so remember to thank Dee. And Raven, now all 4 of us have college degrees, right?
I mean, I hope the paramedic has a degree, but no judgment.
Yes, I do have a degree. Jesus,
so now Cosplay fame is 100% college-educated people.
Yes.
Woo! Yes. So we came... we took a lot of photos. I will say this is definitely, for even an Orlando experience, which is usually very friendly, this is one of the friendlier cons I've been to.
Yes.
And just one of the more playful ones. And people, I don't know why all of our, I'm not saying this is an egotistical way. A lot of our fans were here. A lot of people who love and adore us were here. And I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts because we felt it viscerally throughout the whole weekend.
A lot of people came up and said hello. That was nice.
Dee, you want to add into this?
Yeah, I definitely would say this has been, thus far, the only convention that has me kind of do that anime giggle, whether internally or externally, just because everything was so freaking cute. And I just kept thinking that for everything. I'm like, everything is so cute. Even warning signs were adorable. Things that should not necessarily should not, but things that aren't normally super flippin' cute were super flippin' cute. So yeah, I felt I was really feeling my kawaii-ness, if you will.
I will say this is definitely, in comparison to other cons we've been to, definitely the most anime generalized con I think we've been to, correct?
Well, I think that's the whole purpose of the con.
I'm really sorry for all the cosplayers that follow us and that love us. I have not watched a single episode of My Hero Academia, and I know that dominated the con this month. So I'll work on it. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to try and watch My Hero Academia.
Well, I think the beauty of this con, though, too, is the mixture of the holiday theme, too, right?
Yeah, a lot of Christmas. Oh, my God, Jesus, D. I'm driving, for Christ's sakes. Okay, so just the fact that, everything was holiday themed. Everything was just wonderful. I don't know if it's because you're mixing. Could we make an argument that the reason this con is so great, this convention is so great, is because you're mixing kind of 2 holidays? You're legitimately mixing Halloween and Christmas. Can we make that argument?
Yeah, because you're dressing up, and you're going full out on from the Halloween aspect of it, you're in costume, but you also have the playfulness that is cosplay, and it's a holiday theme. So we saw a lot of cosplay like characters that were being cosplayed. If that said character were celebrating Christmas, we saw Sailor Moon dressed like in Santa attire, Harley Quinn. I would say, I don't know if you guys agree with me, most of the cosplay was Christmas themed.
Yes,
Characters.
definitely.
So next year, Kwanzaa it up and Hanukkah it up, guys. Come on, gotta be inclusive, not exclusive.
Well, we saw one Happy New Year, which was a character from Steven Universe, so it was great.
And it was great. It was great. Henry, how did you feel? How did you like all the holiday cosplays?
One comment. Still didn't see a Grinch.
That was, yeah. You know what? As I was telling Henry earlier, it's like back in older conventions I used to go to, a MegaCon or SuperCon or just any con in general back in like the 2012s. A lot of people used to dress up as the Crow. The Crow was like the go-to cosplay for a lot of people, especially if you're like a lanky guy. So there became a time that no one went as a Crow because everyone thought someone was going to go as a Crow. So I feel like that's what happened with the Grinch this year.
Really?
You think it's too obvious of a choice, is what you're saying?
Yeah, or people are protesting the Illumination film of the Grinch, which I don't think that's true. I think
This crowd didn't really seem like the protest crowd, but
no, it doesn't.
they were so sweet and friendly.
Being lighthearted.
You know. So, Henry, how did you feel about the like vendors or artist alley in comparison to previous or other cons that you've been to?
Well, it's definitely smaller than like a MegaCon. But having said that, the merchandise fits the con. Everything's themed appropriately. I even bought something. Walked out of
What'd
there.
you get?
I got a Nintendo themed like little 8x11 picture frame kind of pop out art. Very original, very nice. But being a merchandise guy, like I can never walk away from a con without buying something. And merchandise was appropriate to the con. It was good. A good rating I'd give it. It was fun.
I got some stinking patches.
Patches.
I got a power line from the Goofy movie patch because I love me some power line.
Not to say anything bad to Raven. Raven's a wonderful man. But if Powerline did really exist in the real world, in his anthropomorphic figure, Diana would try to hit that D.
His name is Bruno Mars, and I do feel confident about that statement, yes.
God, jeez. One thing I will say about the vendors, and of course, again, as I reiterated, this is mostly an anime convention. A lot of K-pop, a lot of anime.
Yeah.
A lot of what are those plushies? Those long plushy things? I forget what they're called. They're like tubular. Not the pillows. They're like little plushy things. They're like tubular.
Plushes?
Are they called plushes? Disney has like a
Oh.
Tsum Tsums?
Tsum, a lot of Tsum stuff. So it was more, again, definitely anime themed convention, including the vendors. But the vendors alley was great. The vendors alley is not what really caught my eye, though. Well, two things I really loved in this convention.
The game room.
The game room.
The game room was amazing.
The game room was amazing. D can go into more detail.
Well, I actually I don't even know if I've seen more than like a game room more than twice, if that, at a con, just because it tends to be tucked away or, not very big and, just has a couple consoles here and there. And that's not to knock on anyone else's game room, but that's just for me personally as a non-gamer that didn't really catch my eye. But the game room here was like on steroids. I almost felt like I was... how arcades are kind of depicted in Japan or Tokyo, where everything was just like super colorful, super high tech. I was even telling Raul, like, geez, just like even Guitar Hero, they had like a ginormous screen and everything just was like balls to the wall, amazing. And I was like, I think that's where I was my most giddy, just like my little, like I was mentioning, I was feeling my inner Kawaii definitely came out there.
The variations on Dance Dance Revolution, there's a hand Dance Dance Revolution. There's like a motion sensor Dance Dance Revolution now. It's insane. Like, I couldn't believe They were like freaking. It looked like Tron in there for a half a second, guys. It was just awesome seeing all these games and again big screen displays, projector displays. Really, really cool, awesome stuff that we saw. I don't know, Henry, if you want to add anything to that.
No, the game room was amazing. I mean, it blew my mind the first day that I saw it yesterday, and I thought it was a good touch. I wonder if people even knew about it, because it didn't seem like it was as packed as it could be if people knew about it.
I still feel like it was very big and open enough. It's
No,
actually
definitely.
one of the first things we did and saw. So
Yeah.
The best way to describe it is, do you remember that time when you're watching Toy Story as a kid and they first go into Pizza Planet and they see the arcade
Yes.
there? That's exactly how I felt going into that arcade.
Yeah.
Like, pizza! Oh, that Holiday Matsuri arcade! Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Sorry, was
Definitely.
Was I really loud? I'm sorry.
But you mentioned that it's a very anime-centric con, but there was a ton of Disney characters as well. Ooh, booty call.
Yes, there was a ton, and there was not a booty call. There are a ton of Disney characters. Is there any of them you want to name really quickly before we get into our story about?
Okay, I was gonna say the story. No, we just saw a lot of. For me, what's the Disney character that personally stood out to me the most? It was a borderline tie between the Cinderella that we saw in the lobby was
Oh,
very
she was
classic,
amazing.
like the animated Cinderella, beautiful.
Yeah.
And there was also a Sally that was very Christmassy. She had like almost like a red velvet hood that was very Santa-y vibes that I also really loved. What about you guys?
Disney wise, there's a cosplayer that we follow. I believe her name is her Instagram name. I'm sorry, I'm mostly knowing you guys by your Instagram names. Her Instagram name, I believe, is Dream and Believe 88. She came as Mickey from the Sorcerer's Apprentice, the full robe,
Oh, yeah.
with the pail, the water pail, and everything was really, really well done. That was one of the better ones I've seen. Of course, there was a lot of Mary Poppins there. Speaking of Mary Poppins, we met one of our own fans in a chimney sweep outside of the con and out in his
In the wild, if you say.
if you will. And I want to give a shout out to you, bro, homie. We will definitely post your photo later, of course.
Where did we see this individual?
I
Raul.
think we want to name and it's a place. I will say
a great
it's a
breakfast
place,
establishment
It's a
that
place
closes
that
at
we
3.
love.
No, it's a place that Raul freaking adores and has to go every day that he's in Orlando. It's aside from Disney, it's the second place where Raul's dreams come true.
I mean, it's the one franchise I would bring down to Miami. But that's it. I don't want to give out more because I want to invade this guy's privacy. But the point was, we saw him outside of the convention. It was really nice seeing a cosplayer outside of the convention that recognized us. It was awesome. Henry, what was the favorite Disney cosplay for you?
I saw a lot of Anna and Elsa stuff.
That Elsa was really good today too. She had a
Yeah.
little snowflake and everything.
Again, another hint, like whenever you feel like you're going to do a cosplay that many people do, when you add a little nuanced prop or a
Yes.
little
It
different variation on
separates you from the
separates
rest.
you. She
Yeah.
did a really cool thing with fishing wire and a snowflake that was just awesome.
And she had like a darker blue kind of like.
And
It was awesome.
It's just like a little nuance, and that's all you need
Yeah.
sometimes.
I know not everybody's like a fan of the whole Anna and Elsa thing, but I saw really, really nice costumes, man, that
Yeah.
really made them stand out. And
Yeah.
I liked them.
There was a really legit Jack Skellington and Sally that we saw.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were really
that was good cosplay.
So Henry, how about you talk about our Saturday night? How about you do it?
Well,
Involving Disney
um,
as kindly as possible.
I'll try to paint the picture as best as I can. In true form, true fashion form for Raul, somehow he got mixed into a situation where there was a Disney meetup for pictures. So we go over there so we could take a couple of pictures, and somehow this very, very nice little girl walks up to us and asks us for help. Long story short, Razzle ends up helping, hosting, gathering, organizing.
We hosted the meetup. The point is,
the entire thing.
the Disney meetup that happened on Saturday night, we ended up impromptuly hosting. And just by, again, happenstance, a person literally snatched me and Henry out of the crowd to help host this this meetup,
Yes.
Disney meetup. Her name's Caitlin. I will post her following later because she's gonna have all the photos. We're gonna send her all of our photos, and very nice that she hosted this. It was a large crowd. It was really interesting to see what happened there. I would like to thank all the Disney cosplayers for being very cooperative and helpful. I know it was a really busy night, a really stressful night, and I think we did a bang-up job. And the side note, I totally lost my freaking voice.
So
But you got it back.
You guys came into this on your day one, and you weren't really anticipating anything. I'd like to say that, and Raul, I don't know if you'd agree with me. We have kind of like a lax, like we have our system, but it's a very go with the flow system as well. So you had this. Henry kind of is getting a taste of that. How did it make you, like, not to go all like super interviewer with you, but genuinely, how did it make you feel kind of being like, all right, we're just going to come in and take some pictures, and now, holy crap, we're hosting a Disney meetup of, about how you said how many, like,
At least 150 or 200
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
that's
just about.
pretty an overwhelming, awesome, impromptu project. But how did that make you feel during and then after?
We're going to start with me. I would like to start with Henry because he's more layperson in this.
It was definitely overwhelming. I saw how hard you were working, how much you were sweating, how you lost your voice 25% into the entire thing. And to organize this was really an undertaking, and your patience was, far none, admirable, by my part. And the way that you conducted yourself, even when situations got a little stressful. You really, really, you're the nicest person I've ever known in my entire life, man. And for you to keep your patience throughout that entire ordeal and still crack jokes and still make it all nice and comfy, that was really good on your part, brother.
How did you feel?
How did I feel?
Like, how did it feel to be a part of something like that?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. But I could also see how, my patience would have to definitely increase to be able to host something like that on that scale, because I could not compare myself to what Razzle did. I don't know. I don't think I would have lost it.
Razzle
is Raul, by the way. That's my nickname.
That's
for
my
Raul.
old work nickname for a long time. You can tell him why Razzle. Tell him why Razzle is my nickname.
Well, one story at a time. But definitely, yeah, my thoughts on it was that it's definitely a lot of fun, and I can see the fun in trying to organize something like that and being a part of it and being the host and being like the ringleader. But I could also see that it takes a person of a lot of patience to get it done.
Do you think that it kind of brought out like a new appreciation for this kind of thing?
Oh, hell yeah.
Seeing the behind the scenes almost.
Yes. Because, people go on Cosplay Fame, they go on the Instagram, they see the nice pictures, they like it, and of course, Cosplay Fame, we appreciate that. But at the end of the day, nobody sees everything that went into that shot, everything that went into the coordination of that picture and how it all came out. There's a lot of hard work that goes into putting all this together, going to the cons, organizing a meetup like that, executing it. It's a lot of hard work. And when you've got jobs and you've got to go to school or whatever else you got going on in your life, to come into this and do that as well, it's a lot of fun, but I could see how it could be pretty tiring too.
All right, Raul. So how did you feel being a part of this impromptu and something that I know that holds a very dear place in our heart, which is Disney? Like, it wasn't just any meetup; it was the Disney meetup. What was that like?
I personally enjoyed the crap out of it. I know it was an incredibly pressure cooker situation, and that it escalated very quickly. It escalated way quicker than we thought. And again, I don't think me and Henry can even do justice to how impromptu we were asked to host and then host this thing. But honestly, I think it worked out amazingly. One thing I always need to credit is patient and happy and willing to do anything cosplayers. I think that moment shined really brightly for the community, considering everything that was going on in that moment. Those are the situations that we shine as cosplayer the brightest, where we can even help one of our own to a better situation. And I just feel like we did a really good job. We had a lot of great photographers there. Mark Peroni was there. A few other of us were there. And again, the photographers at this meetup did what I always wanted photographers to do, to give them credit. They were patient. They spoke lowly. They did not, get involved. They did not overpower one another. They gave each other space. They did exactly what we wanted photographers to do. And the same thing goes for the cosplayers. So everyone involved actually took part and took control of the situation and honestly made it a wonderfully and a somewhat professional event meetup. I would like to state that if you ever want us to help you host something, we are all about it. Me, Diana, and Henry have been, I don't want to say we're leaders or anything, but we definitely have personalities that are very powerful, I guess.
It's mostly because we're all Latin and loud, so we got you. We
Yes.
got you.
So we are more than willing and more than happy to help out. And we've worked with the community. We understand all the plights and all the struggles of being a cosplayer. So, I feel personally connected to this community as much as, as much more as I want to be involved. And I know I haven't cosplayed in a long time, and I really apologize for that. And I'm a shitty person sometimes if I'm not cosplaying. Okay, sorry. I'll beep it out. But
Language.
I honestly think we did a bang-up job, because not only me, it's Henry as well helping coordinate it. It's all the other cosplayers helping coordinate it. And we had a fun time. We had a really, really fun time, I think. Go.
So besides that, it's more anime centric than so far a lot of other cons that are local and that we're familiar with. What do you both think makes Holiday Matsuri kind of stand out? There's a lot of, I don't want to say competition, but let's just say there's a lot of cons. And it could be one of our concerns, Raul, that you and I have talked about is like, what if it does get to the point where it becomes a saturated market? Like, how do you stand out, and how does Holiday Matsuri stand out?
So, Henry, go first. Okay, I'll go first. God, jeez. Okay, driving for Christ's sakes. So, two things that happen in this con I love. One, super friendly staff. Super friendly, super helpful. I'll be honest, I did not prepare really well as far as getting our passes, and the staff at the ticketing areas helped us out tremendously. It took us a little while, but they helped us out tremendously because I did not do a certain task that I was supposed to do to get the passes. So number one, the staff was incredibly friendly. I did not experience anyone pressurizing us as far as the staff is concerned or pushing us along. The crowd control was actually relatively good. I didn't really feel pressure cookered, or again, I didn't feel that tightness that you feel sometimes in a con. The World Center Marriott is a beautiful, beautiful resort hotel. To give it credit, man, like it's a really nice, lot of great photos. Me and Dee didn't even see half the photo areas me and Henry saw yesterday. Yeah. There's a lot of great areas.
A lot of outside areas.
Really valuable, really well done photos.
Nicely lit areas too.
Yes. So kudos to not only the staff at Holiday Matsuri, and kudos to the Hotel World Marriott. World Center Marriott, excuse me. They're both really, really good options. Like, I've always been wondering, like, is there another venue outside of Orange County Convention Center? And clearly, the Marriott World Center is a great, great venue. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. I do believe that the success of this con, though, is also the theme of it. Just the whole holiday. The fact that you can mix whatever cosplay you have throughout the year and just put a Santa hat on, or something to that effect. People like it. People like Christmas. People like the holidays. People like the mix-up of it, of the whole thing. And I think that's what's going to make this particular con stick around for quite a while. And the fact that it takes place during the winter, kind of. The weather's nicer. It's not dead heat. So that's nice, too.
I would say, as far as in the cosplay community and the convention community, you always want things to close out with a bang. And definitely Holiday Matsuri closes out with a bang. And just to wonder, like, so something we're going to comment here, and it's not a knock on MegaCon at all. MegaCon's still number one in my book. oh my God, Jesus Christ, someone just cut us off. But clearly, I think the majority of people who attend this con are cosplaying or in cosplay. Can we make an agreement on that?
Definitely. I agree.
Even more so than other large cons we've been to, which is just amazing. It's amazing to conceive. D's been to Dragon Con, to Mega Comic Con. I've been to MegaCon millions of times, SuperCon, Claremont Con, a million other cons I can think of. What happened?
That's a lot of cons.
A lot of cons. And man, this was impressive. And an impressive showing by the community. And I just hope that we can continue this on to next year, because this is the vibe I've been looking for in cons, pretty much is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, definitely. Well, calm down there. Yeah, definitely. I've been looking forward to this convention for quite some time now, and I'm glad we finally got around to getting it. Because we are familiar with other themed cons. I think this one, like Henry was saying, because the theme specifically is it's holiday, but like, let's be real, it's really like Christmas, and Christmas is tends to be associated with like Christmas cheer and happiness and friendliness and goodwill towards all mankind. And as cheesy as all that sounds, we eventually do get swept up in the holiday season, with that kind of ideology. And I think that's definitely reflective in this con. I don't want to knock any other con, because every con has their own personality. But this has been the friendliest and most welcoming, almost, I want to say. But like I said, it's just like cute. Like, if I could sum it up just with one word, it's cute. And I don't know. I love cute, adorable things. I tend to cry at cute, adorable things. And my heart was all aglow.
I agree entirely. There's definitely a lot of cute and adorbs here to go around.
I love that even the staff was, involved. With we had Tina help us.
We had a cosplay. One of the cosplayers was actually staff in Holiday Matsuri, and also apparently a follower of our page. Thank you very much.
Which also is a testament that this con is really like done by cosplayers for cosplayers.
And okay, I was gonna go somewhere negative, but it was just an awesome experience. The negative thing was not about Holiday Matsuri at all, but these are things I think con creators or people who are administration or people who are considering doing cons should follow the Holiday Matsuri Mega Con, that type of rollout, that type of build, and that type of setup, because both of those cons I think are honestly, now being at Holiday Matsuri, both of those cons are now the pinnacle, I would say, of what you want to have happen in a con. And we didn't go to any panels. Unfortunately, we just did not have time. But the panels looked like they were fun. I saw a lot of really big rooms dedicated to panels. Henry, I don't know if you want to add on to that.
Definitely the panels, because we did walk by them and kind of look from the outside. The rooms looked amazing. They looked big. The crowds were big inside of them. The panels, it would have been nice to go to some of the panels, but it's just not enough time to get everything done. But yeah, maybe next year hit up some of those panels.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, I think we're gonna wrap it up. But what?
Best cosplay of the con.
Best cosplay. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Not
best cosplay.
Favorite. I'm sorry, we don't have best. Cosplay fame. There's no such thing.
Well,
as best
my
cosplay.
best favorite cosplay.
Okay.
Was, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. That Cinderella was amazing. The one that you took a picture of in the lobby.
Yeah.
I mean, just the detail in her costume. She looked like a Disney princess. Almost. I mean, going to Disney as many times as we go to and seeing the Disney princesses as much as we see, I could almost go as far as to say she almost looked better. Almost looked better.
I liked her costume more than the park costumes personally.
Yeah. She looked amazing.
Man. She looked really good. 3 for me that I just adored. One, on the night of Saturday, I saw Gentleman dressed as, well, two people dressed as Murdoch and Russell from the Gorillas, which is such a rare, cool cosplay to do. It's definitely recognizable. I mean, Gorillas are one of the bigger bands out there. It was really, really, really cool to see that cosplay. There was a man who dressed up as Arnold Schwarzenegger from freaking Jingle All the Way, which I adored.
Yes.
And loved. The guy was great. It was a great conversation. He was actually going to do Marv and Harry from the Wet Bandits from Home Alone, which I think me and Henry or me and Raven should attempt maybe next year, whichever one of us wants to attempt it. And then lastly, oh man.
Well, not lastly. Diana's got to have hers.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Diana. Go. Oh, my third person.
You said 3.
Oof,
Don't say 3 if you don't have.
Okay, personally, I was just thinking about it today. That's the reason why. Personally, I saw a gentleman dressed up in army regalia, which is usually see common. People dress up as like an umbrella corporation or something else. This guy dressed up as a Nod Patriot from freaking Command and Conquer, which is so another rare, really cool and somewhat easy cosplay to do. And I just props to that guy, man. Awesome stuff. Really, really good stuff. That's it. That's my 3.
It's a tough one. Considering that, Raul and I always, almost at every con, will kind of do like a tally of how many of the same character we'll see, whether it's different variations or not, but we'll discuss like what was the most, popular characters and stuff. So Elsa definitely is a very popular one, but that like dark blue Elsa, I think her costume was from the short, the Pixar short, where like where Elsa gets sick and Anna's trying to like help her get better. So I think that is like a dark blue dress with the cape situation and that little snowflake detail. That to me really stood out, and that's saying something considering it's a cosplay, a character that's extremely popular everywhere, especially in Orlando. So definitely props to Elsa. So now can I wrap it up?
Well, can we give some shout outs, because we saw a lot of people we knew at this con. Number one, the cosplay crews. It was so nice seeing Matthew, Joseph, and the whole crew. Miss you guys so much. Hopefully we can hook up again. It was just nice seeing them. They made a big D20, a big like D20 dice roll. It was really cool. Cosplay Kev, of course. Snarky J Cosplay, Geek Art Cosplay, all those guys, we love you. J9, Marie, we saw, she was actually Moana at the meetup, and Harris Cosplay, who is dressed up as Maui. And then we met one of our own not personal friends, but a friend of ours as well. I don't know if you want to talk about that today.
I was personal friend and then friend of ours, not the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's one and the same.
Yeah. So anyways, it was a breath of fresh air to see Katie, who we hadn't seen in quite some time. Katie, I'm not sure if you have your Instagram handle up and running yet, so just shoot us a message. But I know Katie's definitely, she went to Geek Fest with us way back in the day, like 2.5, 3 years ago.
We babies.
Yeah. And that was a really awesome experience. And I know she's been wanting to get more involved. She made the move, like myself, from from Miami to Central Florida. She's in DeLand. And I feel like I'm just giving her whole like bio story, but basically it was really exciting to see someone that hasn't, even though like it has happened to myself and to Raul, things get really hectic in our personal lives that we kind of like almost put a pause on cosplay fame every now and then, and I feel like that's not something to I don't even want to say like apologize, but to be, ashamed of, because life happens. And so it was so nice, Katie shared her story a little bit with us. And, the fact that she didn't lose that glimmer of like cosplay is her love and that she's getting back into it. It's like, yeah, man, sometimes, you need to take care of yourself. And I say this to all cosplayers out there. If you need to take time for yourself, don't feel bad. You're not less of a cosplayer because you're not out making content, or, don't compare yourself to other cosplayers. You can look up to other cosplayers, but don't compare yourself would be my best advice. So it was great. Yeah. I loved seeing that kind of like almost, a familiar story.
And I totally forgot we saw him on Saturday. You didn't see him. But Crow and Jamie were actually cosplaying at this convention. Crow and Jamie from Cospital, they actually came out. I believe Jamie was dressed up as a character from Critical Role, which is a D&D podcast, which I just learned today. I didn't know about it. I'm sorry. I'm a bad nerd. But
And you actually love D&D.
I do love D&D. Oh my god, I miss playing D&D. Yeah, again, go follow Cospital. You can go check up our YouTube video where we talk extensively to Cospital and we do some B-roll of what they do there. Please check them out. We love them so much, Jamie and Crow. And again, you can find their handle, I believe, is Cospital Cosplay Repair. And again, a lot of family and friends. Like, they're almost familial to us because we see them all the time and we make good, cordial, meet up. Oh, and freaking Kitten Cosplay, also from Miami, was there with her boyfriend. She spotted us out of the blue. Me and Henry were taking like a lunch break, and all of a sudden she just like yelled at us from across the like pool area, which is awesome. It's nice, like, again, not only meeting fans, but people we featured before, we worked before with. Henry, I don't know if you want to add anything else there. I feel like I've said
who was
that.
the girl dressed in Wonder Woman? Yesterday?
Dressed as Wonder Woman?
Yes.
That
her husband Superman?
No, Liz Wonder.
Yeah.
Wonder, yes. Liz. Her husband's not Superman. That's just another guy she works with. Yes, Liz Wonder, who looks almost exactly like Gal Gadot. Please go follow her. She's really cool. Even Gal Gadot featured her recently in her Instagram. So, yes, totally forgot about Liz Wonder. She was there the other day. Thank you for that catch, sir.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think now we can officially wrap up.
Okay, now I can officially wrap because see, Raul does this thing where he's like, "You host," and I'm like, "No, I'm good. No, you host." But then he ends up hosting anyway.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm not salty. Yeah, focus on driving. Focus on driving. Just make sure we don't die. Raven can't take over Cosplay Fame by himself. Don't do this to him.
Raven, live on in our honor. Wear the CF with pride.
Although I did say at one point, I was like, oh, not to be gushy, but like I really wish Raven was with us, just because I feel like he'd be super into the kawaii-ness. But yeah, I'm excited and I'm inspired to cosplay for the next one. What do you think you guys are going to be?
I mean, if either Raven or Henry are down with it, I'm really down for doing Sticky Bandits.
Raven could be Macaulay Culkin.
That would be great.
That would be awesome.
Oh, my God. Oh, I would love it. I've always said that Henry does act like Joe Pesci every once in a while. So
I could do a good Joe Pesci.
Cuban Joe Pesci. I love it. All right, folks. Well, thank you again for... what? This is the third time you interrupt my wrap-up, by the way. But yes, fine. Jesus. Can you think of all the freaking questions and get it out of your system before I do my fourth wrap-up, please? Okay. All right. Thank you. So what would I cosplay as next year? I don't know. Maybe a Christmassy storm.
Oh, for Matsui? That would be nice.
I thought you were going to do that.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see a storm.
Okay, fine. Daria was because originally I was going to be Daria. I'm in the process of moving apartments, so I accidentally packed up half of my cosplay and had it at the new place and didn't have a replacement item at the old place. So I ended up not doing a Daria, but I was going to dress up as Daria with a Jack Skellington Santa hat that I did end up wearing, and then my candy cane shank, which Raul was not a fan of.
Yeah, Diana likes making weapons. She likes just harming us in general. I think it's her way of showing love and endearment. You know how like guys when they're being friendly with each other, they always like make fun of each other, like, you're such a crappy guy. Diana's thing is literally causing physical pain and harm to us. That's her thing. But it lets me know that she loves us. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, with candy canes, you can't be mad at that. So that's what I would dress up. Anything else, Raul, before we...
Yeah, Raul, she's going to wrap it up now. Okay? All right. She's going to wrap it up, Raul.
Do you want plugs? Do you want to do plugs?
All right. So you can find Raven, our most recent graduate, at Bind Photography, BIND Photography. You can find Raul at Cosplay Fame. And you can find me at Artemis Star. Is it Artemis Star Photography or am I just Artemis Star? I think it's
Artemis Star.
okay. Artemis Star on.
know your thing more than you.
Yeah, get out of this lane. You're gonna kill us. All right, Henry. Any plugs?
Yeah, you can find me at Guy Stuff Orlando
Oh, nice. All right.
on Instagram.
Why it gotta be guy stuff? Why can't it just be people stuff? It's another podcast. For
No,
another
don't worry.
day.
When you make an Instagram called Guy Stuff Orlando, you're definitely expecting a comment like that coming your way.
All right, folks. Well, thank you again to all the staff at Holiday Matsuri. We're very excited to see you guys again next year. If you'll have us, please have us, and then we can add on Raven to it. And Raven, Raul, you had some comments.
Yes, if you want to find any of our cosplay merch, because this is the holiday season, and you want to buy something for that holiday cosplay in your life, please go check us out on Cosplay Fame at our Amazon webpage.
Why are you whispering? People need
Because okay, why? God.
Okay. So all right. Now it is a freaking wrap. Thank you, Raul and Henry, for your time. We will see you next time. Be
Thank
sure
you.
to follow us on all social media at
PLAY.
COSFA. You're going the wrong way.
God, okay.
ME.
ME. Bye.
Happy holidays.